Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my first Boxycharm by IPSY. It's still 5 full-size products. The way you kind of decide has changed a little bit. It's completely different. I'll go into it a little bit more, but the price is still the same as it was before. I think it's now, it used to be 25. I think it's now 28, I think. So the price didn't go up from when it was just Boxycharm to now Boxycharm and IPSY. So yeah, if you want to see what I got in this box and kind of explain how they're doing it, then just keep on watching. I want to say welcome if you are new. Make sure you take a moment and subscribe. I apologize. I have a cold, so if I sound a little bit off, it's because I'm sick. But the way this works now is there are still 5 products. Before, you used to be able to pick one of the items that was going to be in the box. Now you get to pick 3. So they pick 2 for you. You do know what those 2 are. They show them to you. You can go on the IPSY website or you can download the app. I have the app on my phone, and then you get the 3 selections, and so you can see everything at once, which is kind of nice. But if you want to be surprised, then obviously there's no customization at all. And then you do have the option for an add-on. One of the add-ons is outside of the box, and I'm assuming the other one is in here, so I'll show you what the add-ons are first, and we'll get into, I'll show you the 2 that they picked for me and then the ones that I picked for myself. It's kind of nice that you can completely customize it, and like I said, you do see what the 2 that they picked for you are, and you know what everything is, so you can see all the items together. It's just, if you're looking for it to be a surprise, then I just wouldn't go in and look at all and just let them completely pick, because you only have 2 days to pick. They drop it on the 2nd, the option, and you have the 2nd and the 3rd, and if you don't make your selections by the 3rd, then you don't get to pick. I know when they were doing it before with the 1 item, they were doing it the previous month, and you had a little bit longer to make your selections. So it drops at the beginning of the month. You have 2 days, and then they ship the boxes out. So it's a little bit, that part's a little bit different. But one of the add-ons that I got was this LMS Resurface and Refine. I have pronounced like pores, and then my skin is really dry and dehydrated. So I try and make sure like that my nose is exfoliated really well, my face, everything, because makeup like doesn't want to adhere to my nose if it's not exfoliated. Exfoliation can help minimize the appearance of pores. So this has the resurfacing facial wash, there's a gel mask, and then the resurfacing pads, which I have used their resurfacing pads before. So I'm assuming these are like it's a mini set kind of a thing. Probably. This box doesn't feel like super heavy. Yeah, the little squeezy tubes are smaller, but this sounded like, I like LMS as a brand, so I picked this up. So this was an add-on, and I'm assuming the other, I got a primer, and I actually ended up getting a moisturizer too, but I ordered that separately, so that's coming by itself. Let me see if I can see. Yeah. So the other add-on is this Dominique Blur and Moisture Serum Primer. I like the blurring effect, but I don't necessarily want to use a mattifying primer for that because my skin is so dry. I do have mattifying primers that can help blur, but the fact that this said Blur and Moisture sounded appealing, so we'll see. It says it's a serum primer, so I may just use this in conjunction with like this before and then put another primer on top. We'll see how it goes. My favorite like pore filling primer from Urban Decay isn't available anymore. The e.l.f. putty primer is similar. It's not quite as good, but we'll give this a try. So that was another add-on. So let me show you the 2 products that they chose for me. The first one being the Oh Bloops Rosy Drops from Drunk Elephant. I was kind of excited to see that this was one of the things because their bronzer drops like went viral and everybody was losing their minds over them. So I haven't used a ton of stuff from Drunk Elephant just because they're kind of expensive. But there is that, and it's just a liquid blush, dab onto cheeks. You can add it, like if you want an all over more rosy glow, you can add it to your serum or moisturizer for an all over rosy wash of color, like what people do with the bronzer drops. I don't know necessarily why you would want to do that with the blush ones, unless they are very liquidy. So I'm interested to see how that works with like foundation. It does look pretty once you get it to that point, but it looks very liquidy coming out. I've heard good and bad things about the bronzer drops, so I was excited to see these as an option. I'm trying to get more into creams in general, like cream blush and bronzer. And then the other thing that they picked was this Natasha. There's these little like worm things in here that are super annoying. It's a Natasha Denona palette. Now, Boxycharm before has done a few of these. I have 3 that I've gotten from Boxycharm. So the one that I got is called Alloy. It's just a warm neutral. Looks really pretty. You got, pretty 3 standard mattes and then 2 shimmers. The other palettes, I actually have them over here that I've gotten from Boxycharm. I have what is this called? Peak was the first one that they did. This was a Boxycharm exclusive. I think Cupid was too. There's the Cupid one, a little more red toned. And then I have Iona. I think I did this as an add-on because this came in a box. I don't know if this was a box exclusive, but the nice thing with these is these are all the same size. So you can actually, there's little holes, you can pop the pans out. So if you wanted to customize this a little bit differently and like just have like 5 different shades and travel with them, you could do that. So I didn't think that was bad. It's not one that I have. I've been concerned about like repeat products, but I don't have this one, so that's nice. Okay, so the other ones, let's see, the first thing that I picked was this Pure Lease. It's a Yuzu Orange Exfoliator. I like Pure Lease as a brand. I've used stuff from them before too. Resurfaces, boosts collagen, brightens for all skin types. So it's an exfoliant. I usually keep one in the shower and one on the counter in my bathroom. And then I picked this High Def Under Eye Corrector. I have the Pixie one, but mine's starting to get a little bit dry because I think I've had it for going on 2 years. And I looked at the e.l.f. one, but the e.l.f. one I think might be a touch dark for my complexion, the lighter one that they have. So I was going to get one from Makeup Revolution, and I didn't end up placing the Ulta order because I had the option to pick this. So I like that it's in a doe foot, so it's pretty good size. I had another one that I got from Boxycharm, but it was in a squeezy tube, and it ended up separating on me, so there it is right there. I would say it's got a little bit thicker consistency, but it's not as thick as a concealer, which is nice because if you layer up too many products, there it is right there, it can make your under eyes look worse. So I'm excited about this. I'm glad this was an option because I do need another corrector. And you had, I think, like 3 or 4 things to choose from in each, like the 3 category options. There was different stuff. So that just appealed to me because I need one. And then the last thing was from YLS, and I like the stuff again from this brand that I've tried, and this is a cream bronzer stick, and I have mine in medium, the shade Harmony. I think there was a couple of different shade options if I can get this box open. I think they tried to give me options that would work for my skin tone. I want to say there was 2 to pick from. So this is it's plastic, but it's everything from LYS is triangle shaped. So there's the little, that's weird that the whole thing is a triangle. And we'll put it right here. So there's it unswatched. This looked a little bit cooler. The other one was a touch warmer. Like this kind of seems like this shade looked more like in the middle because it isn't necessarily gray, but it's not super orange. It's a little more golden based. So that's why I went with this shade instead of whatever the other one was. So yeah, that's everything that I got in my box. I didn't see a paper. Let me look and see. I think it's under here. I don't know if there's prices. I've been seeing complaints, excuse me, from people they're not happy with like the IPSY crossover. I mean, IPSY has owned Boxycharm for a while, but, and it's just a magazine about some of the products. It looks like it's mostly like the brands and then stuff that was available in like the Boxy like pop-up shop, and then a little bit about like the choices, but there isn't any like product information in here. There is product information like on the app. I can go into each product and see a description. I don't know if the prices are in there. I didn't look at it that closely, but there's nothing on the pamphlet about the individual items because they're on the website, or like I said, in my case, on the app. So I can't tell you how much the pricing of everything is, but we got the bronzer stick, the blush, the liquid blush drops, the color corrector, the exfoliator, and then the little 5-pan eyeshadow palette. So I don't think this was a bad box. Like I said, you get to pick every, you know, you can see all 5 things together. Each category you have different choices of things, so you can kind of look and see what you're gonna get as a whole. I don't think it's bad. I like the stuff that I picked. I have seen people complain, so you'll have to let me know what you think. Are you guys still getting Boxycharm? Did you let it go? Let me know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in another video very soon. Bye, everybody.